This is going to be about more explorers. I read a book about explorers, and the subject has been in my mind as I make my way around in the world. I find it enjoyable to think about explorers and exploration. It's a lot better than thinking about mass shootings and war. I should do more exploring, but I'm getting old and lazy. Exploration is hard work, and it's a young man's work. Man or woman, I should say. Alice in Wonderland, she was a hell of an explorer. So was Dorothy in Oz, but she was an involuntary and trying to go home. Explorers are frustrated when they're not allowed to do what it is they want to do. But a part of exploration, an essential part of it, is finding a way to do it. And explorers are damned good at doing that. This theory part is a way of weeding out the wannabes. This thorny part, is a way of weeding out the wannabes. Most explorers have a good story to tell about exactly how they came to be doing what it is they do. Scientists are explorers, that's pretty obvious. They look into time, what has happened in the past, how we arrived at where we are, and some thoughts on where we're going. They look into space, and given the size of the universe, which may be infinite, there's plenty of looking to do. And they look into nature, try to figure out how nature works. So a scientist devotes their life to exploration, knowing that they may come up with nothing. I think the best scientists approach their work with the mindset of an explorer. The work is an obsession. I think they really attack their work. They are not upset by dead ends. They expect them and try to learn from them. And that makes me think of Edison and his light bulbs and the very image of a bright idea. Inventors, of course, are explorers. They are very happy to be where no one else has been. Inventors and scientists are always asking questions. I saw a man on the internet and he said, "When you lose weight, where does it go?" He asked a lot of people and none of them knew. Some said, "We burn it up." That's partly true. We lose some of it, about 16%, in water, pee, sweat, tears. And we lose over 80% by breathing out carbon dioxide. That's where it goes. He also said there are 500 million bacteria in the average poop. I told some people that and they laughed, picturing someone figuring that out. Yeah, it would take a scientist. They want to know about the parameters in everything, including the amount of bacteria in poop. They want to know. They're explorers. I've been reading a lot of mysteries lately. Private detectives and some agents of the law. They are explorers. They are on a quest. All criminal investigation is exploration. You don't know where you're going, but you gather evidence, and from it, like a scientist, you formulate a theory, and you use that as a guide for further exploration. A good detective can pick up things that others overlook. The solution to the crime is the detective's Everest, his source of the Nile. He's got almost nothing to go on, but that doesn't really bother him. It's a challenge, and he likes that. It gives him incentive and something to work on. Those hard-boiled detectives were all natural-born explorers. There are some people on the internet who are explorers. They look like goofballs, and maybe they are, but they are also, in their way, explorers. They want to go to a terrible place and see if they can live to tell about it. They travel the world taking on these eating challenges. It's a freak show. Sometimes it's about how much they can eat in a certain amount of time. Sometimes super hot peppers are involved. They have to eat those peppers or hot wings or fiery chips. I say they have to do it. Of course they don't. But then again they do. They do it willingly for the same reason climbers go up that mountain. Because it's there. Midway in they will sometimes burp and say this is a mistake, but they continue, and if they succeed, it's the old risk and reward. They don't have to pay for the food, they win a free t-shirt, and maybe their name goes up on the wall in a hall of fame. These people are explorers. They want to test their limits, to find their limit, or to have no limit. I shake my head when I take the time to check out one of these poor fools. But I also know they share the same crazy trait that discovered the cure for polio, came up with a computer chip, and cracked the case of the murders in the Rue Morgue. Yes, they're all crazy. They're explorers.